Hello everyone, how are you? This is DJ Robson Xavier from Baixada Santista, the city of São Vicente, on the coast of São Paulo. Today I'm going to make a slightly different video than the last ones. I'm doing a step-by-step tutorial on how to do bejangles. Today I will give tips to help those who are starting, right? Those who are really at the beginning, training bejangles back to back, or those who are interested, who want to learn. Also, some tips to facilitate learning and evolution, right? So let's go. But first of all, I ask that you like this video, share it with your friends, leave your comment, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel as well. Alright, let's talk about the time codes that we use here on the top discs. So, prefer time codes with solid colors, for example, all black time code, or all yellow, or all red, or all blue, you got it. This will make it easier for you when marking. When you are doing the fruits, it will help you when pulling the record, not to mix them up so much. If you put a colored time code and make a marking, when you spin the record, everything will get mixed up, the design of the record with the marking, and you will get tangled up. Of course, those who are already used to it can do it easily, but the purpose of this video is to show those who are starting right at the very beginning. For those who want to learn, you got it. These are tips to facilitate learning, okay? So guys, besides the record being a solid color, either black, blue, yellow, or red, whatever color you choose, you will make a marking, a color that contrasts with the color of the record. For example, this black record has a white marking, this yellow record here has a black marking. So that will be my reference, you understand. You will mark here on the turntable the 12 o'clock position or the position on the needle however you want. Therefore, when you spin it, you can see the marking. Got it. So you can go back to the right place and not get confused if there is a discolored one. When you turn it, it will definitely mix everything up. To this day, I still can't use discolored ones to do back to back, and when I'm faced with it, I keep making the discs like this with single colors, right? Black, blue, yellow. Got it. Another tip for those who use transparent ones. You're going to make the markings on the disc, but be careful with the discs that have a lot of colors. It's very drawn. If you put anything underneath that you pull, it could also be that it's all mixed up. Okay, so put a thread to give it one color, but on it to give it just one color. When you're doing the flows, you won't get confused. With transparent ones, anything you can do with the color to help you with your training is valid, okay? One more tip, guys, is not to keep looking at the computer screen, whether it's Seat, Tracta, Pro G, or Impulse software. If you're using it, you understand. We make the marking on the record precisely for that. Our reference here is the marking. In this case, I use noon because we use it to mark the position of the needle. In my case, I use noon, so every time I go back, I know I have to return to noon. Got it. Always in this position, so you don't need to keep looking at the screen of the serrator, the trader. Got it. The software screen can also be distracting, okay? So always focus on the marking, marked here, always return to this position. Now a tip for those starting from scratch, who really want to learn, so start. With back-to-back, do the best back-to-back you can. Got it. Make it nice and smooth. With 8 beats, 4 beats, 2 beats, and 1 beat, okay. Then you can go practice other patterns, you know, do other types of tricks. There are people who message me here on Instagram, on WhatsApp, asking how to do this trick and such, cool. But I ask already, how are you? How's your back-to-back? Is it right? Is it smooth? Ah, I do it. It's okay, right. So, the back-to-back has to be as good as possible so that, from that back-to-back, you can start doing other tricks. So, do you have your back-to-back? So, your back-to-back has to be right. You have to go back there correctly to make the trick smooth. Okay, so, after you've practiced the back-to-back, it's sounding good, it's on time, you will practice those other movements, which are kick, kick, snare, snare, kick, kick, snare, snare, so you can also go improving your muscle memory, so you're getting the hang of it. Got it. Then you move on to the more difficult tricks. There are several out there. Later we'll make more videos showing you some more tricks, dividing them. This is another tip. Another tip, use songs that have well-defined elements. For example, the kick, the hi-hat, the snare, well-defined, so you can clearly hear where they are. Don't use beats like that dirty. Got it. With too much information between the kick, hi-hat, and snare so you don't get confused, especially for those who are starting out. And I'm going to pick those beats very clean, with the kick, snare, just right, not too fast, not too slow. Got it. When I was starting to practice, I liked to play between 90 and 100 BPM. I still like to practice like that today, right? Now I do it faster too, but when I was starting, I would stick to instrumental music between 90 and 100 BPM because it sounds really good since there are no vocals, right? So it doesn't get in the way too much. So Pick beats with the elements well defined. Kick, hi-hat, snare, so you can identify them well. Then you will have better performance. So that's it, guys. These were some tips I could share with you. It's really just the beginning of beat juggling. Or you who want to learn also have curiosity, right? And we have to encourage it, right? So that this art doesn't die, right? There are fewer and fewer people practicing turntablism, right? So here I will try to record several videos as well. I've already recorded some tutorial videos. I will try to make more too. I will stop on the channel, but this video today was specifically some tips for those who are starting out, really just at the very beginning, and already need to learn and are curious, okay? But I didn't feel it. A big hug to everyone. I ask once again that you subscribe to the channel, leave your comment, give a like, share with your friends, okay? Big hug, and see you in the next video.